Do y'all want to learn how to make yogurt in the Instant Pot? Well, I do too, because I've already learned how to make it in the crock pot, slow cooker. Showed y'all how to do that. Easy peasy. Now I want to learn how to do it in the Instant Pot. And I'll tell you why in just a minute, okay? So y'all just come over here with me in my little makeshift kitchen. Welcome to our channel. My name is Tracy, and I'm the keeper of our home here at 4D Farms, where we're all about faith, family, home, and farm. Y'all come on in and see what we're all about, because we want our channel to encourage you and inspire you on your journey. If you see something that you like, please give it a thumbs up, hit that like button. That helps our channel grow and reach more people. If you want to subscribe, and if you think other people can benefit from our videos, please share them. Y'all, we hope to see you in each and every video, and most of all, thanks for watching. Hey y'all, Tracy here with Keeper of the Home at 4D Farms. We are on a work trip. As you can see, this ain't my kitchen. This ain't nothing of mine. We're on a work trip. And I'm wanting to learn how to make some yogurt in the Instant Pot for a bunch of reasons. For number one, I just like a good challenge sometimes, don't you? Okay? I just want to see if I can. Okay? Number three, what's 1, 2? Number three, this is not a suite that we normally stay in that has a bigger kitchen, like maybe with a couple of burners and maybe a little stove or a little dishwasher, some cabinets, a big refrigerator. This is a little smaller room, smaller kitchen. I got a teeny tiny refrigerator, like what would be in a college dorm room, but y'all are making it work. But I'm getting tired of having to make trips every other day to the grocery store, which I'm having to anyway, y'all, because I got a teeny tiny refrigerator. I can't store a week's worth of food in my refrigerator. So I am having to go like every other day and only plan ahead for only like 2 meals. But dear hubby is eating yogurt every day as a snack. He's changing some eating habits. And I'm like, I'm having to pick up yogurt every stinking time I go. The tubs, not the little bitty things. Y'all, my big guy can't just, it would take 3 or 4 of those little bitty containers to throw in his lunchbox. I just as well get a big tub. So that's what I've been getting. But I'm like, $6 every other day? When? Milk, half a gallon's all you need. It's like $3, and I can make my own and possibly get 2 canisters out of it. Why not? Let's do this. Okay, so all you gotta have, y'all, I've been looking, and there's a lot of different ways that you can do this in the Instant Pot. Make sure your Instant Pot has a yogurt feature on it, a yogurt button, okay? There are some people that's just throwing the stuff in there and just turning the yogurt button on. And it's not turning out right. That's not how this works. There is one simple little step that you need to do first. And the reason why you need to do this is very important, because this affects the fermentation process. If you're using store-bought milk, that you can do this with store-bought milk, okay? I don't have a cow, okay? I'm going to have a cow, but that's a joke. Y'all, come on, laugh. Anyway, if you don't have a cow, you can use store-bought milk, okay? We're going to start out with that, because I've seen some other methods where people are using powdered milk. That might be something I may check into next, because I'm trying to find it the quickest, easiest ways. But you still have to do a little process no matter what milk you use, except for the no boil method. No boil method is where you have to buy a certain milk, and it's farm life milk, and then just some of your a little small container of an already prepared yogurt from the grocery store. The reason for that milk is it has already been heated up to a certain temperature, brought back down to a cooling temperature to activate and inoculate. Y'all, I don't know the science behind this stuff. I'm just going with the flow. Okay, so that's the no boil method. I might can do that later, but y'all, a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to have to go to the store on purpose to buy a certain kind of milk. That's just too much trouble. We're going to do the boil method with store-bought milk. Normally, everybody goes and buys store-bought milk, okay? If you don't have a cow or have access to raw milk from somebody somewhere. Okay, so there's only one little step, and we're fixing to do that. All you've got to do first in your Instant Pot that has a yogurt feature, we're going to pour our half a gallon of milk in here. We've got to put it on the saute mode or boil and bring it up to 180 degrees. As soon as it gets to 180 degrees, we're going to cut it off the saute. Then we're going to let it cool down to 115. Now you can either do this by taking the pot and putting it in a sink with some ice in it and cooling it down quickly. I may do that. I got an itty bitty sink. I've got one of those, buckets in here somewhere. I did something with it. I'll go get me some ice. Or I'm in the middle of doing laundry downstairs too. Depends on which one comes first, okay? I may just have to let it come down to 115 degrees on its own, okay? So that's the only first step you've got to worry about babysitting, and that is laborious. And it's not really laborious, okay? You just bring it down. Heat it up, bring it down, okay? Then we'll get to the next step, okay? So I'm going to go over here, and you're going to need a half a gallon of milk and either some yogurt that you've got left over from another batch. If you made that crock pot yogurt, you got some left, then use some of that, okay? You're only going to need like a quarter to a half a cup. I think that's what it said. A quarter to a half a cup. And then a half a gallon of milk. That's all you're going to need. There you go. All right, so I'm going to go over here and get my milk. I'm going to leave my yogurt in the refrigerator, and then we'll just get to working on this Instant Pot over here. Okay, so let's get over here in my little kitchen. Okay, y'all excuse my little messy kitchen here. I've got to clean because we are at the end of this work trip. Hallelujah, praise the Lord. Yes and amen. Thank you, Jesus. We're fixing to go home. Whoo! We're fixing to go home. I'm ready to hug my people and just love on them, and yes, okay, and just yes, I'm so ready. Okay, so, and I had to just pack dear hubby's lunch this morning quickly and get him out the door, okay, and then my table's just a little messy this morning, okay, so, and we are going to turn this on the saute mode. Make sure your inner pot is extremely clean. Yeah, and it don't smell from previous foods. It's ready. It don't smell from previous foods. I'll tell you about the lid in just a minute, okay? Make sure there's no smell in here. You do not want chicken or beef or something like that to be smelling in your yogurt. Sanitize it if you have to, okay? The way to sanitize it is turn it on, put a cup of water in there, and then just pressure cook it for maybe like 5 minutes to sanitize the pot and get some of that smell out. Then dump the water out, dry it out real good, and then ready to go. My pot has been sanitized. It doesn't smell or anything. So I am going to pour my half a gallon of milk. Y'all, this was actually on sale for $2.39. I've got a little bit of yogurt left over in another container just to make the next batch to be my starter culture. So I might get to, and I've been saving these. I get my husband the Oikos because, y'all, 000, no sugar, nothing. 17 grams of protein, 0 added sugar, no artificial sweeteners, no fat. Okay, he's trying, y'all. All right, so, and I'm trying too, y'all. I'm on this journey with him, okay? So, we're going to get our half a gallon of milk in there. So, this was $2.39, and I saved some yogurt culture from one of these to make mine this morning, and I've been saving these. I might wind up getting 2 of these left. 2 of these out of this batch. So, $2.39 versus $12 if I have to pick up one of these every other day. Y'all, that's, let's see, every other day, that's like 3 to 4 times a week. So do the math, y'all. Okay, we are going to heat the water up. I've got my little electronic little thermometer here, or you can use this kind. You can use this kind, or you can use this kind. I'll probably do both of them. What the heck? Okay, let's see. Now, while that is heating up, you might want to stir this during the heating up process so it don't stick to the bottom of your pot. Y'all have never done this before, but we're going to learn today. Okay, now let me tell you about when we get ready to use this. When it's time to, after this has cooled down, and it is time to stir in the culture, the yogurt from what I got left over just to make this batch. You stir it in, and then we'll get to the next feature, okay? The next button you got to hit on here. You're going to have, I'm doing this early in the morning because as soon as I got him out the door and I got down there and I got them clothes started, I come back up here and started this yogurt. Because your yogurt needs to ferment at least 8 hours. But if you can hold on just a little longer and it go for 10 or for 12, some people have fermented their yogurt up to 24 hours. It all depends on how tangy you want it, okay? And I know that this is going to work because it's already, y'all, I took my glasses off. It's already got, in my other video, I showed y'all a different container. I think it was the, was it the Ciabatta? Chiboni, whatever that's called. And just make sure on the back, this one has it too. Make sure on the back, somewhere on here, I can't see y'all, live active cultures, because that's what you're gonna need, okay? But I know this already has it because I've been looking when I had my glasses on. Okay, I can't see right now. Okay, so that's what you need to make sure that you've got, okay? When it is time to do the yogurt feature next, I got kind of a later start this morning than I actually wanted to. It's 8 o'clock. And I don't want to be standing here having to do this at 8 o'clock tonight when I need to be spending time with him, okay? And focusing on him and giving him my attention. He's been gone all day, 12 hours. I should have started this at 5:30 this morning, y'all, but I wasn't bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at 5:30 this morning. Go catch a squirrel if you want one of them, because that's not me, okay? I gotta have my coffee. My husband sent me this little, you've seen that little thing going around on Instagram with that little girl. She's got her coffee cup there and she turns around. I need coffee. That's me, y'all. I gotta have my coffee. So I wasn't bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at 5:30 this morning when he was walking out the door. So I'm just like, we're good. We're good. I'm gonna wait a few minutes. Let that coffee soothe my soul. Okay. So now it's time. It's 8 o'clock. And I had laundry to do too. But I'm going to try to at least do this for 10 hours. Okay? Just depends on how much time this takes. And then the cooling off process. I don't know, y'all. We will see. We're going to wing it today. Okay? We're winging it. When we get to the yogurt process and you have to mash the yogurt button and let it do its thing, hang out 24 hours, however long you want to, take your silicone ring out. Take this thing out. Because I don't care how many times y'all wash these things, y'all. I don't care if you soak them in bleach, vinegar, baking soda, Dawn dish soap. I do not care. I have washed this thing, washed this thing, washed this thing, soaked this thing, soaked this thing. You can't hardly get the smell off of silicone rings. I don't want the last thing I fixed in my Instant Pot was a beef roast the other night. Vegetables, everything. It was wonderful. Anyway, it still smells like pot roast. Beef roast. So, I don't want that in my yogurt. Take your silicone ring out. Reason being, you're not going to have to do this right here. You don't put it on venting. You're not pressure cooking your yogurt. You're just fermenting it. And the yogurt feature during the fermentation process holds it steady at a certain temperature. You don't have to worry about stirring it because it's not a temperature that is going to scorch it or anything. This thing knows. He's like, leave it to me. I got this. Okay? So, take your ring out. When we get to that process, you'll see all I'm going to do is put the lid on and then just lock it, and we'll hit the next button, okay? But right now, we've got to get it up to, it's heating up. We got to bring this up to 180 degrees. When I do that, then I'm going to bring it down to 115 quickly. I will probably go get some ice and put it in here. So, I mean, my time's a ticking, y'all, okay? I'm burning daylight here. The sun's already up, and I should have been busy, okay? So, we will get to the next step in just a few minutes, okay? I'm up to 162 degrees. During the boiling process, y'all, you might want to whisk it just to kind of make sure it doesn't start sticking and scorching on the bottom. 165. We're almost there. 167, we're getting there. 180, y'all, we're there. Cut it off. 180, perfect. Cut it off. I am going to grab me a towel somewhere. I'm going to use their towel. We're going to take it out of here so it doesn't continue to cook. Now, I can either let this come down to 115 on its own, room temperature. I am going to give it a few minutes to come down on its own because it's almost time to go get my laundry out of the dryer. So I'll need to go down there, go get it, bring it back up here. I'm going to go ahead and give it some time to come down on its own. So that means it will take a little bit. But when I come back, if I want to hurry up and skedoodle it and get the show on the road, I'll go get some ice and cool it down more quicker. Okay? Cool it down quicker. Okay? Remember your English, Tracy. I've got English teachers out there that watch me. So, remember your English. Remember what I taught you, okay? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I will. Okay, we're going to cool this down quicker if I have to. All right? And then we will get to the next step, y'all. So, I'm going to let this cool off a little bit and then just play around and see what I got to do next, okay? Okay, y'all. I've done my thing. I went and got the laundry. I folded the laundry, put it away, and it did its thing while I was doing my thing. Now it's time to come together and finish this thing, okay? So, perfect timing. It is 1:15. Okay, now we are going to finish this procedure. And y'all, I am going by a recipe I printed off. This is from Farmhouse on Boone, Lisa Bass from Farmhouse on Boone. I am keeping this in my traveling box because it's Instant Pot yogurt, okay? My Instant Pot stays in my traveling box. I don't use this inside the home because I have something else to pressure cook with inside my home. I haven't tried yogurt in it yet, but I just might, okay? So, it's come down to 1:15. I will wash this later. I'm going to take my yogurt that was left over. This is about anywhere from 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup. And she said that's what you need. So we're going to make sure we get all this in here. And we're going to whisk this in. y'all. I don't like leaving anything in a bowl or a container or anything. I see these people on TV that leave stuff in a jar or in a bowl or in, and I'm like, get the rest of that out of there. Okay? Okay. So we're going to whisk this in here. You just give it a gentle stir just to incorporate the two together. All right, now we're going to put our pot. I like having mine where I can see the measurements in the back. We're going to put the pot back in here, and you set it. You go to the yogurt feature. Yogurt. Okay, this is where I got to do some thinking. Since I got a late start, I'm not going to be able to do 12 hours because I've got to put this in the refrigerator tonight, and we'll talk about that. I'm going to set it for 10 hours. What time is it now? Oh, snap. Y'all have to count on my fingers. I'm going to set it for 10 hours. That will set me at 7:30 for tonight. If I see that I can go a little longer, I'll do a little longer. If I need to cut it off after 10 hours, I can just hit the cancel button and go about my business, okay? And just go ahead and take it out. So I'm going to set it for 10 hours. So we're going to hit the yogurt, and we're going to go 10 hours. Oh, I got to put the lid on. Where's my lid? What do I do with my lid? There it is. Okay, got to put the lid on. Oh, am I going to have to do that again? Hold on. Let's hit the cancel button, because I think I might have just reset it when I put that on it. It doesn't matter if it's set on venting or sealing, because we're not pressure cooking this. But, okay, let me start all over, because it reset when I, oh, you need to go off. Okay, I see. I left you on. Okay, so we're going to go yogurt again, and we're going to go 10 hours, okay? So, it's going to be back me again. I'm so sorry. I'll have the lid on next time. Now, let me tell y'all some things. If I see that I need to cut this off after 10 hours, I'm at least going to let it go 10, okay? So, since I've already set it for 10, I guess it'll cut off at 10. If I would have set it for 12, and if I would have seen that, okay, you know what, I think that's probably long enough, or heck, I need to get this in the refrigerator, just cut it off, hit cancel, okay? Now, the last thing that you need to do is, when this gets done, you need to schedule a time, whether or not you want to start this in the morning time and have this in the refrigerator by nighttime, or you want to start this at night, let it be doing its thing all morning, and then after it's done in the morning time, then you set it in the refrigerator. But the next step is for it to have that setting up, okay? Whatever, hardening up, okay? Firming up, okay? So after it does its thing, I'm limited for space in here. What you're supposed to do is, after it goes through its process and it gets done, what you're supposed to do is take your pot out, take your lid off, take your pot out. It's not going to be hot, y'all, because you're not cooking it. You're just keeping it at a steady low temperature to ferment it, okay? So you're supposed to take your pot out and then put it in the refrigerator and let it sit overnight, okay? To conjugate, whatever, y'all, to harden up, okay? Now, that next morning, when you go in there to check it, take it out of the refrigerator. If it's not the consistency that you want it, this is where you can drain the whey off. If you want your yogurt, if you like it just like it is, go ahead and put it in canisters if you like it just like it is. Some people like it a little runny, not soupy, but like little less than sour cream consistency, okay? Some people like it stiff, okay, like a Greek yogurt, and stiff, like where when you pull it up on the spoon, it's still mounded and it's firm. It just depends on what consistency that you like. We talked about this in my slow cooker yogurt video. If you need to refer back to this one, I will tag it at the end of the video, either here, somewhere. I'm flying in a plane, okay? I'll tag it at the end if you need to know that, all right? And then we can, since I'm limited for space, I can't put my pot in that refrigerator. So I'm going to have to go ahead and put mine into those canisters and then put them in the refrigerator. My pot won't fit in that little bitty refrigerator. So just know that you can put your pot in your refrigerator. I'm getting hot. Okay. Anyway, then I will have to put mine in little canisters, and then I will go ahead and put them in the refrigerator. In the morning, I will check it in the morning and see if it is the consistency that I like. If it's not, I have a small strainer, and I brought some cheesecloth with me, and I have a bowl I can strain mine in. How you do this is, if I don't get to show this in the morning, you take a bowl, or you can refer to my other video at the end when I'm straining it. You take a bowl, you put a strainer inside your bowl, then you line it with cheesecloth. Then you pour your yogurt in there and then let it sit for a little while and strain, and takes all the whey out. Then you can put it into canisters, okay? But if I like the consistency in the morning, I may not have to. You may not have to. But if you do, that's how you do it, okay? And I may not get to show that part in the morning because on this job, dear hubby's had one day off a week, and it's been on Saturdays. And we've just had date days, and we've picked a place to go somewhere every Saturday just for like vacation purposes, okay? He never gets to vacation, and I'm a vacationer, y'all. I grew up doing it. Y'all, I got to get this shirt off, okay? Don't worry, I got something on underneath. I grew up vacationing with my parents. He's just not a vacationer, y'all. He's like, I didn't grow up doing that. I know you got to do a lot of things when you was little, but I didn't. And he just don't care too much for it, y'all. But he does it for me. And so on Saturdays, we pick to go somewhere. And I've got some videos coming up for y'all. Some places that we've gone to. And I will turn those into videos and I will show y'all. And we're going to one more place tomorrow. But we got to get up and get a head start because, y'all, that traffic out here is awful. Awful, okay? So, I may not get to show the next process in the morning, okay? But, so when this gets done, I will go ahead and show you me putting it in the things, and then we will get them in the refrigerator. In the morning, if I see that I need to strain it, then I'll strain it. I brought some cheesecloth somewhere. I gotta find it and dig it out because I knew I was gonna be practicing this. Okay, and that's all you do at the end, okay? If I can, I'll get a few snippets, but if I can't, I might just take some pictures, whatever I can do at the end or whatever, or just talking you through it, okay? So, we're gonna let this hang out for 10 hours, then I'm gonna put it in my containers tonight and put it in the fridge. We will get yours in the refrigerator, see what it looks like the next morning, drain it, not drain it, okay? Then just pour it in your containers. It will stay in the refrigerator, y'all, for a long time because the longer that you let yogurt sit, the more it ferments. Better gut healthy bacteria it's gonna form, okay? So I just can't fit my pot in the refrigerator. So I'll see in the morning what mine looks like. I may have to drain it. I may not. I'm prepared to do that. I got my cheesecloth here and I got a small strainer. Okay, so that is making yogurt in the Instant Pot, okay? This is one method. The other method is the no boil method where you don't have to go through this step, but you have to go buy a special kind of milk. And it's just the Farm Life milk, y'all, if you want to pick it up. But not everybody wants to go buy a special milk just to do this with, okay? So we might do it later, we may not. I'm gonna check out how to make it from powdered milk when you're in a pinch. That might be the next step we try. All right, so I'll be researching that one for us. Y'all, if you like videos like this where I'm using nothing but an air fryer and an Instant Pot, check out my traveling small space cooking playlist. If you know of somebody that you've purchased or they have got an air fryer and an Instant Pot and it's still in the box and they're too intimidated to get it out and use it, encourage them to get it out and use it. Send them my way, because I've got a whole playlist of where I'm using these two appliances, making delicious, nutritious meals, okay? People who travel, okay? If you want to start cooking in a hotel or a condominium, or an Airbnb, or a camper, a tent, y'all, you can set this up at a tent site and you can do your own cooking. To get you an air fryer and an Instant Pot, okay? They're easy to cook with, all right? This playlist is for you too. If you know of some college kids that needs to learn how to cook and someone has got them an air fryer or an Instant Pot, send them my way. I'd love to teach them how to use these appliances and come up and make them their own nutritious meals, okay? I will tag my playlist at the end of this video, okay? Y'all just send them my way. Share them, okay? So, that's going to do its thing. Y'all go do y'all's thing. See what it looks like at the end. See what you need to do next. I will try to put something at the end of this video, okay? To let you see how mine turned out, okay? I will catch y'all in the next one. That's how you make yogurt in the Instant Pot. Y'all go and try it, okay? See you in the next video.